Hello and welcome to this recording where we're going to be going over enablement resources specifically for our OEM partner community. My name is Rob Ponsonby and I'm responsible for our global OEM partner program as part of market access. The three main systems that we want to cover today are Seismic, Rockwell Automation University, and OnCourse. Seismic houses all of our commercial content as well as our commercial program material and recordings of webinars. This is where your sales and marketing team can get the content they need to refine their messages on the Rockwell Automation portfolio and architectures that you use within your machines, as well as technical information on some of our products. Rockwell Automation University, also known as RAU, is where we house all of the capability learning plans and on-demand training for Rockwell Automation products. This is more of a technical focused training catalog geared towards your engineering team and technical staff, but access is unlimited for our partners. So if you have individuals within your organization that want to learn more about Rockwell Automation products and other offerings, they can certainly sign up and take advantage of the system. You'll see certain labs referred to within our curriculum in RAU that take advantage of our OnCourse platform. OnCourse, also previously known as Rockwell Automation Cloud-Based Infrastructure, houses hands-on labs with content and demos, the same type of labs that you get access to at our in-person facilities like Rockwell Automation Fair or our On the Move events, or Rock Live, for example, are accessed in a virtual manner through this platform. So if you are wanting to go through specific labs or experiment with certain hardware before you have it on site, this is a great way to use the OnCourse platform. Before we dive into the specifics of these platforms, I do want to just take a moment to highlight how the content is organized, and you'll see this reflected within RAU as well as within Seismic. For all of our products, we try to organize them into digestible learning plans for our partners. So you'll see that within this framework, we have product offerings, groups, or specific outcomes called out within the learning plan. Some of these require just a test out to get that credential. Other ones require going through specific modules as well as projects, certain sign-offs from our business unit. And all that documentation is available within our capability overviews. So I'll take a moment to walk us through our different platforms and give you a sense of how you would use those within your organization. So first of all is our Rockwell Automation University platform. This is the experience that you and your engineering staff or anyone else within your organization would see when they sign into the platform. You'll see that there are featured learning plans as well as any ones that your team may have saved for later or have started to progress through. We'll dive into the control capabilities since this is generally applicable to the majority of our partners. Here on this landing page, you'll see an overview of all the content available, whether that is OnCourse labs, like I mentioned earlier, or specific material that walks through that basic troubleshooting or foundational material. You then click to open up the curriculum. Here you can access, relevant documentation. So, a document that shows all of the specifics as well as the expected time for each of those modules. The assessment preparation, so the basic information. So if you have maybe a junior engineer that's just now learning about Logix, this is a great place to start. The OnCourse labs, as mentioned, will link out to our OnCourse platform. And then finally, for this particular capability, we do have a test out option. So if your team is well versed in Logix, for example, they can certainly skip ahead and take the control capability assessment. One note here is that we do have a README document to prepare you before you go into the exam. So for anyone taking the exam, you'll need to click that link first to open that up and just read through that document before starting the exam process. Now, outside of the specific learning plans that we have architected for you, we also have a wealth of other modules available. So you'll be able to search for specific technologies within the search bar here. So for example, let's say that you're going to be working on a 755 application with our PowerFlex line. We come in here and search for PowerFlex training, and that'll show you all the modules that are available within, or the different curriculums that are available for that specific product group. So you can see here, there's a number of different curriculums available, everything from technical resource training, overviews on the product offering, as well as getting started if you wanted to move up to maybe a medium voltage application that pulls in our PowerFlex line as well. As well as the established portfolio, as we release new capabilities and new products, those will also be available here. So one great example of that is our FactoryTech Optics product. On day one that this launched for our external customer base within our Learning Plus platform, this configuration lab was available directly to our partners within RAU. So I wanted to just call your attention there. And as we make those modules available, there will be communications that go out to our partner community on the newly available content. Now, if you're in a management position at your within an OEM partner, and you want to understand how you can use this tool to really cultivate learnings within your team and develop their skill sets within your partner portal experience, you do have access to a competency dashboard. So we're going to walk through that here now. So this would be the first landing page that you have within the partner portal. You can see that I'm logged in as an OEM. And to get to that portal, we're going to click Success Planning, which takes you to our Success Planning tool. This is where you identify, what are your strategic co-managed objectives that you want to work on with us throughout the year. So here we go. We're in the tool now. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see this dashboards tool. In here, right now, there's only an OEM competency dashboard, but in the future, we plan to make other dashboards available to really make sure that we are all aligned on the performance and expectations of partnership. So if we click in the competency, that'll open this dashboard here. At a high level, this first version of the dashboard shows you the total aggregate of what your team has accomplished. So in this example account, we have 2 engineers that have gone through and taken that assessment at control. And then we have 1 engineer that has gone into the low voltage drive system curriculum and started that and has finished that. If we want to see the specifics, you can click this hamburger navigation menu and click on Filter by Individual. This will show you a full list of individuals at your organization that have logged into Rockwell Automation University and have accessed some of those learning plans. So you see here the 2 individuals that did finish the capability here. One thing to note is that for the capabilities that are only required to have that test out option, you will see it as a binary choice. So in here you see it's either fully 100% or 0%. For those optional courses, we don't track completion of that progress. For other capabilities that have required modules, you'll see that as more of a progressive performance review. One thing that's great about this dashboard as well is if you have your own internal learning management system, you can actually export the data to ingest in that. So coming over here, there's this small ellipsis option for more options, and you can see that you have this ability to export data to see and ingest that into your own system. So if you have a learning management system or you just feel more comfortable manipulating this data in Excel, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Now we'll move to our Seismic platform to show you how you can use that platform and a couple of examples of what you can see there. So this right here is the landing page for our partners. Anyone within your organization that signs into Seismic will see this as their initial starting point. At the top, you can see a number of links that are relevant to you, whether that's external to our partner locator, for example, or generally going to our previous webinars or partner program information. One thing that I'll call out here is we also have highlighted some specific content that's a quick link, right? So here we have the OEM partner program. We have a conversation guide that really does a great job of mapping technology to outcomes that your end users are most likely asking for. And then we also highlight specific product categories. So if you want to learn more about specific technology, this is a great place to start, or specific industries. What I'll show here is an example of that conversation guide. So this is a great way for your team to understand how the technology they're incorporating into your machine design maps to what your end user clients are requesting and looking for in their business outcomes. So let's say, for example, that your customer is asking for improved asset utilization. Here you can see there are a number of different technologies that map to that outcome. And so based on what your specific machine is taking advantage of, there's a great chance that there's already a dedicated technology group here that aligns to your messaging. So for example, let's say that you are leveraging analytics, right? So why would analytics help improve asset utilization? It's a pretty basic one, but here we see that it helps limit idle time, it helps coordinate assets, and really quickly determines the root cause of issues. So that can directly tie to the products that you're incorporating, to the end customer outcome they're looking for, and helps you really differentiate your message from just a standard machine design. Now we'll take a look at, within the OEM Partner Program landing page, some really important links that I want to call your attention to. So first of all, we do have this welcome kit built out for partners. This is a public website that you can share with anyone within your organization. It goes through the overview of the partner program, how to get access to some of the resources we're highlighting today, as well as just general FAQs around how you can leverage the partner program within your organization. Also on this page, we have a link to a Rockwell Automation University demo walkthrough. So if you are curious of how to navigate a little more, please use that guide with your team. We also have general program material, translations available for those that need it. And towards the bottom of the page, you'll see that we have all of the OEM quarterly webinars available, both the content and the recording. So if there's a specific topic that you might have missed, or one that we've recorded in the past that is relevant to you, feel free to access these on demand here. The last thing we'll highlight on this page is the ability for you to see capability requirements for those learning plans, right? So you can access them both through RAU and through Seismic. A great example of that is our OEM Machine Safety Capability Success Kit. So the beauty of these kits is that it walks you through what are those requirements, how do you become evaluated for that, what training is available, and it's all an interactive assessment. So here you can see that it expands out and walks you through the different requirements that are required for this specific capability. For example, machine safety is a great example that showcases there's a combination of previous competencies, current learnings, third-party certifications. For example, in machine safety, we leverage the TUV organization to ensure that our OEMs have the knowledge and skills to deploy safety systems. And then we work with our business unit at the very end on a project that you have to ensure that you have the right support and resources from Rockwell to be successful. And to really fine-tune this or close out this message, we want to highlight a couple of ongoing cadences that we have with our partner community to ensure that we continue to deliver educational opportunities. So I did mention the OEM quarterly webinar series. This is exclusive for our OEM partner community, and we cover best practices, new product introductions, as well as opportunities for our partners to collaborate with us within commercial activities like events. Some examples that we've had recently, we just hosted a full session on our visualization updates, whether that's optics or factory talk view. And later this year, we'll be hosting one around on machine architectures, right? So really understanding why you as an OEM would look at that, what are the different benefits that you can see from that type of architecture. The next series that I'll highlight is our industry learning series. And this really came from response from our partners to learn more about how Rockwell sees industry trends and really share our insights with you so that you can fine-tune your messaging to help align with the shifting demands of our end user base. So this will be a series that starts in March of 2024. We'll be covering all the industries that you see called out here in the slide, with 2 or 3 sessions per industry that really go into how Rockwell sees the trend shifting, how that aligns to our portfolio, and what activities that we can collaborate on with our partners. The registration link for these webinars is the same. So as a partner, please make sure to sign up for that ongoing mailing list and get the content that you need to stay in the loop and up to date on where Rockwell is moving and collaborating with our partners. The last thing I'll mention again, is that OEM Welcome Kit. It's a great resource for you and your organization to understand where you can get access to these resources, how you can get support when needed, and for any specific questions you have on what we've covered here today surrounding getting access to these systems, the specifics of the different modules and learning plans within RAU, for example, please reach out to our partner enablement inbox. This is a global team that helps support this initiative. So again, thank you for being an OEM partner, and we are really excited for you to begin taking advantage of these opportunities.